Frederick Christian of Brandenburg-Bayreuth was a member of the House of Hohenzollern and Margrave of Brandenburg-Bayreuth family. He was the youngest of 14 children born to Margrave Christian Heinrich of Brandenburg-Bayreuth-Kulmbach by his wife, Countess Sophie Christiane of Wolfstein. His father died on 5 April 1708, almost 3 months before his birth. Besides him, only 6 of his siblings survived to adulthood. Georg Frederick Karl, who became Margrave of Bayreuth; Albrecht Wolfgang, who was killed in battle in 1734; Dorothea Charlotte, Countess of Hohenlohe-Weikersheim, who died in 1712 after only 7 months of marriage; Sophie Magdalene, Queen of Denmark; Frederick Ernst, and Sophie Caroline, Princess of Ostfriesland. Life. Frederick Christian was considered an eccentric, indeed the black sheep of the family. By the time of the death of his cousin Georg Wilhelm, Margrave of Bayreuth, he lived as a Danish lieutenant general in Wandsbek near Hamburg and was not prepared for any government tasks in the Principality of Bayreuth. He did not exercise his power and left all the control of the principality to his older brother George Frederick Charles. The death of his nephew Frederick without male issue however, found him the only male member of the Bayreuth branch of the family, and, in consequence, the new Margrave of Bayreuth. After his assumption of the government in Bayreuth, Frederick Christian tried to stabilize the ruined state finances by drastically reducing the costs of the Bayreuth court. Most artists who had worked went to Berlin to the court of King Frederick the Great. Almost all construction work in the castles and gardens were stopped. Bayreuth sank again into the Provinzialitat. Marriage and issue. In Schaumburg and Erlangen on 26 April 1732, Frederick Christian married Victoria Charlotte of Anhalt-Zeitz-Heim. They had 2 daughters. Christiane Sophie Charlotte, married on 20 January 1757 to Ernst Frederick III, Duke of Saxe-Hildburghausen. Sophie Magdalene. Christiane, Frederick Christian and Victoria Charlotte's only surviving daughter, died 4 days after giving birth to a daughter, who only survived her mother by 9 days. This tragedy led to the complete breakdown of the couple's marriage, which never recovered from the loss. 7 years later and shortly after Frederick Christian inherited the Margraviate of Bayreuth, he and Victoria Charlotte were divorced. Victoria Charlotte returned to her homeland, where she died in 1792, 23 years after her former husband. Neither of them remarried. Without male issue, Frederick Christian became the last member of the younger line of Brandenburg-Bayreuth, which had ruled this principality since 1603. On his death, Bayreuth was inherited by his distant kinsman, Christian Frederick, Margrave of Brandenburg-Ansbach. Ancestry.